Hello everyone, this is block 6, day 6 of Moda Stitch Pink Instructions. This block is called Baby Boom. Lots of half square triangles. So it'll have lots of seams. I would suggest right away, make sure you press your seams open. Alrighty, let's get started. If I go in order, I need 10 3-inch squares. This is just a trick from me, for me, to you, if you want to use it. I'm going to make these, I've noticed that they really just make these the right size. So if your seam is just a little off, you'll have a hard time getting the right size block. So just straighten my edge, get rid of the, also remember to get rid of the selvage. So I made this strip 3 1/4 inch versus 3, so I had just a little bit of extra room in all the blocks. Oops. Yeah, 3 1/4 inch. So all the strips that I have that I'll make these blocks out of will be 3 1/4 inch, and then you have to trim them down anyway. So okay, so from the wider the background fabric, we need 10. So here's, oops, don't move. I have a bump in my table. I need to turn my table around. Interferes with cutting. So there's 1 or 2, sorry. I'm gonna move it over here. I'm bumping my table. Four. Oops. 6. Sometimes you need to square things up, but I don't know if I do. It just kind of looks like it's off a little. If it is, but I just scrap my handle. So I need 4 more. It's really hard to make things square if they don't start out square. So there's 8. So I got my 10 background squares. They say 3 inches. I made them 3 1/4. Okay. So then nope, I don't need this strip. So from color number 2, this is Peony. I did the same thing. We need 5 3-inch squares. I made mine, I thought 3 1/4, but apparently these are 3 1/8. So yeah. I didn't cut this strip, so I will cut a strip. Hold up. Came back with a 3 1/8 inch or 3 1/4 inch strip. Okay, so there's 2, and wow, that is not 2. That looked too wide. Make sure you're using the right side of your ruler. So now there's 2. 4. Oh, I need 1 so I can do a double layer. There's 5. So I got 10 background, 5 peony, and now number 6, this bright fuchsia chalk and charcoal, salvage, we need 5 of these as well. Four. And 5. Then the next cut is a fabric 1, which is the super light pink. We need a 7 1/4 inch square. I'm looking around for a 7-inch ruler. I don't have one, so I have this gigantic ruler I'm going to use. I got the 1/2 inch end here. Oops. Now I kind of flipped it around. Okay, so 7 1/4. Oh, these are matched. It's just this edge that's wrong. So it looks like my video stopped playing and I was talking to myself. So after the 7 1/4 inch block, I cut 2 4x4 squares, or that was the intent. One of this color. Oops. And then one of this color, but I think I cut it short. So I'll have to recut this one. And then I was, so I'll get to that. Then I was talking about, it says to go ahead and cut A, B, and C into, subcut them into triangles. Instead of subcutting them, I'm actually going to cut them as half-star triangles. So you can take a pen, pencil, something that is water soluble, something that irons out, or not. It's in your seam. It really won't matter. So I just going to mark that line on each of these, and then I'm going to sew, you know, just under 1/4 inch on either side before I cut them. It helps with the stretch of the bias binding. So we'll take one background square, get the right side here. And remember, I cut mine just a tad bit larger than needed on purpose. If you find something that actually writes, that would be a plus. There we go. So if you do that on all these, right sides together, and then take them over to the sewing machine, and sew a scant 1/4 inch on either side of that line. The E and F, this 4-inch square, I don't know, can you do this? So on this one, we'll see if I'm right. Once I get this color actually cut the right size, if I put them on there and draw a diagonal line from here to here, we'll just pretend it's this one. If I sew a scant 1/4 inch on either side of this, and then when I come through, I can cut that and then cut diagonally this line. And it should, if I'm thinking correctly, it should give me this piece. It's just different than a half square triangle. It's not the same angle. You need it in this triangle space. So, but I believe that's how you do it. This is the great part about live video. By the way, I'm not smart enough to edit these other than join them. So now you'll get me at my raw, I shouldn't be thinking portion. But so I am going to mark the rest of these, and then we will do some cutting. Sorry for the interruption of the video. Or not some cutting, but some piecing. So this is block 6. See you in a bit. Okay, I got myself a better ruler and got all of my squares done. Now on this particular piece, this is the 4 1/4 inch. I believe they're 4 1/4, 4 1/2, 4 1/4 inch squares. Right sides together. They have you cut on these lines and then sew. I'm going to do them. I'm going to sew and then cut. Again, it helps with the bias edge. I'm just going to sew down this line. Whoa, came off my line a little bit. Okay, so then you take these, and that's where a rotating mat comes in handy. And then you have a pocket because Val's a retard. Okay, so I'm not going to edit this out because this shows you what happens when you think too much. I have to go get me a seam ripper and just take out one seam, and this will be perfect. I should have only sew down both sides once, not two sides, and then, but cut in 4 corners. So basically, this is what I get for thinking too much. So this is what I had done, but if we had just done that or gone down this first corner or first line on both sides, then these would have opened exactly the way I wanted them to. We would have just cut down here and cut down that the cross, the X. You would cut the X out. You just sewed down one side. I will go get some scraps to give you an idea. Okay. So as I was saying, big enough, maybe bigger straight edge. If we just sew down both sides of this edge here, so this is the same fabric, so it's going to be hard to tell, but I don't have 2 colors here. What if we take this and cut our edge down here? Get some things out of my way. Cut my corner to corner. Rotate your mat. Lay it down corner to corner again with only the 2 stitch lines. Then it'll give you that corner that it wanted, that I should have gave you on the last one. So just make the 2 stitches and then cut diagonally twice, and you'll get exactly what you're looking for on those. I have some seam ripping to do before I can continue, so I'll be back. That wasn't horrible. It's just 4 little seams pull out, a few threads. So anyway, this is how you want that to end. And then I think I missed